Okay, Darcy, welcome in our appointment today. Okay, you are in the United States in this moment. Can you remember to our people which kind of work you done here in Italy? Which is your role in the Roma Football Club? Ho chiesto a Darcy, ho dato il benvenuto e gli ho chiesto di ricordarci qual era il suo ruolo nella Roma quando era qui in Italia.
Okay. Well, thank you first for having me. Great to see you. Yeah, to answer your question, I was Director of Performance for AS Roma for 3 years, 2015 through 18 seasons. And there, my responsibility was to oversee the performance group for the club. So the medical, physical therapy, nutrition, strength and conditioning, rehabilitation, things of that nature. So, and then integrate that with what the coaches wanted to do in their various aspects on the technical, tactical side of the ball.
Ok, Darcy ci raccontava che lui praticamente era il responsabile dell'area performance della Roma, quindi gestiva preparatori atletici, fisioterapisti, anche aspetti tecnico-tattici, quindi lui aveva un po' sotto di sé tutte queste aree della società e del club. E what are you doing now? Cosa stai facendo ora?
Yeah, as you can see,
I see a beautiful mountain back to you. Ci sono delle bellissime montagne dietro di lui. What are you doing now? You are in the ski sport, or you continue in the soccer?
I continue in the soccer, but also I live in a town in the mountains of Northern California called Truckee, and there work with some local athletes, and skiing is a big one. But also with the U.S. men's national team as a performance coach with them. And then also with another company called Kitman Labs, which is a performance information platform helping teams better utilize their data to make more informed decision making around injury prevention and performance.
Beautiful thing. So, ci stava raccontando che adesso lui sta lavorando con la nazionale statunitense che è nel nord della California, dove ci sono queste splendide montagne, questa possibilità anche di sciare nel nord della California. Pensate un po', è una grande fortuna, e aveva in questo momento, lui sta lavorando anche con un laboratorio dove stanno raccogliendo molte informazioni, molti dati, tutta con l'obiettivo di fare prevenzione degli infortuni. So Darcy, you know that my job is, we have the same goal, no? So prevent injuries. Il mio lavoro è anche quello, cioè di prevenire infortuni. But do you use biomechanics in your job in the United States or not? So biomechanics exists in the United States, or is like in Italy that doesn't exist a person, this type of professionality?
Yeah, no, it certainly exists, and we do use it. And there's different technologies that we use depending on the circumstance. I think the challenge is having the biomechanics to be simple and effective that you can use in applied setting in real time to affect change. And I think this is, you know, in the chaos of a club or teams, when it's just about, you know, training in the technical tactical aspect, sometimes it's hard to implement greater biomechanical tools because of the efficiency within how the team works.
Yeah. Gli ho chiesto se chiaramente facendo prevenzione degli infortuni anche loro, cioè loro usavano il biomeccanico oppure se era una figura sconosciuta come qui in Italia. Lui mi ha detto assolutamente no, negli Stati Uniti lo stanno utilizzano questa figura estesamente. Chiaro che se lo staff e il team in particolare ha molti allenamenti uno dietro l'altro è più difficile inserire magari la figura del biomeccanico quotidianamente, però è assolutamente una figura che loro utilizzano. But what type of technology you use to detect eventual functional dysfunction in your athlete, and this type of work, so to detect functional dysfunction, functional limitation, is the biomechanic work or is your work? Ho chiesto a Darcy che strumentazioni usano per individuare limitazioni funzionali e se questo è un lavoro che fanno loro come preparatori atletici o se fa il biomeccanico.
So we take a team approach where many people are involved in the biomechanical analysis of what we're trying to do. So the first thing is easy is a video analysis and videoing the athletes moving in various positions in various ways to really appreciate the mechanics. And so we can slow those down. And there are different biomechanical tools on the market from a video perspective, like a Naraxin or a CME or things of that nature. And then we also use force plates with XYZ with the various aspects to be able to understand, okay, so somebody can jump and land on a single leg, but, there's many qualities to that and compensations to that. So, using that force plate technology to help us understand maybe different compensations that are occurring in the process.
I envious of you, and particularly the possibility to work in this way. Vi ho detto che sono invidioso di lui e della possibilità di lavorare in questo modo. Stava dicendo che loro utilizzano molto la videoanalisi, piattaforme di forza, cercano di capire le differenze di comportamento tra una parte del soma e l'altro, quindi un approccio molto corretto. Darcy, your opinion about the importance that also in Italy the professionality, like my professionality, can enter in the sport, in professional sport. Do you think that a professionality like a biomechanic could be useful for the professional team, not only for the amateur, but also for the professional team? Which is your experience? Like American, you live in Italy, and probably Italy, you never meet one biomechanic. So you meet me as a biomechanic. Probably.
Yeah, and I think everybody that works in sport has some experience in biomechanics, because that's what we're working with every day, and how to move more efficiently and do different things. And all this is biomechanics. It's just the level of detail that we're aware of and that we can evaluate and understand to help that out. And I think the challenge is certainly to have somebody as a resource within your organization would be great. And it's trying to then have a performance system that the club has around, their mission, their vision, their values, how they want to interact with the players and the members of the team, and how all that stuff is set up. I think probably a lot of teams or athletes and their agents use you as a reference, where maybe if they don't have it in the club, they come visit you for extra assessment or testing to get more information. And then you work in conjunction with that agent or athlete or club to make the improvements necessary in their day-to-day programming. And so, in things as such as a soccer club, it's many athletes, 200 and plus athletes when you think of the first team, the second team, and all the way through the academy. And the more you can clean up those biomechanical principles early on, then the easier it is to affect change later on. And so, they are more aware of their movement, how they move, what you can do to improve that movement. So it's certainly, I think, a possibility for sure. It's just how do they interface within the greater group of a soccer club.
Yeah. Gli ho chiesto che cosa pensava del fatto di coinvolgere fossero coinvolti anche qui in Italia maggiormente una figura come la nostra per fare prevenzione degli infortuni, quale utilità lui trova che questa figura abbia nella gestione dello sport. Gli ho detto: tu sei americano, lavori negli Stati Uniti, ma sei stato anche qui in Italia e hai vissuto una realtà nella quale non hai mai incontrato un biomeccanico, cioè solo me. E lui dice: negli Stati Uniti è il preparatore atletico che già sa di biomeccanica, e lui diceva chiaramente poi delle figure molto specializzate, come una figura come quella che rappresentiamo noi, per esempio, come la presento io, sicuramente è una figura che potrebbe essere utilizzata entrando a far parte dello staff, ingrandendo il gruppo di lavoro, ma anche lavorando all'esterno e anche nelle accademie. Lui dice: è molto importante la figura che può fare, il lavoro che può fare un biomeccanico all'interno delle accademie, cioè dei settori giovanili, là dove si sviluppano maggiormente le attività di lavoro. So a very difficult question now for you. Gli ho detto: adesso è una domanda veramente difficile. Apart the biomechanic items, that of course for me is very important because you know how much love and passion I have for my work. Gli ho detto, a parte la questione biomeccanica, lui sa quanto io amo, sono appassionato del mio lavoro. But which are the big differences in the manage of the sport generally, if you want, or speaking and zooming, since we are on the Zoom?
Yeah.
Zooming on the soccer, which is the differences between United States and Italy? So what lacking in Italy that can give the possibility to the Italian environment to reach the level of sport that you are doing in United States? Gli ho chiesto quali sono le differenze tra gli Stati Uniti e l'Italia che lui ha percepito e cosa manca all'Italia per arrivare a fare dello sport di alto livello come gli Stati Uniti.
Yeah, you're right. It is a very difficult question because I can only speak from my experiences, and to give a generality about all of Italy is beyond my scope of what I've seen. Because like anything in any profession, you know, there's very good and not so good, and it's the same here in the U.S. as well as you go through. So I think, you know. And I think what I will say is common both in Italy and in the U.S. in the sense that that I think it's very club or sporting or group dependent, and it's, you know, the up to the participants of that club and the management group of that club to really understand what they're trying to accomplish and to have a clear mission, vision, and values of how they want to go and accomplish that. Because, you know, you have your individual people that work within a club and they have their own value system. And from there, they need to come together for a shared value system of how they want to operate as a group. And then from how they want to operate as a group, you can start to create a common vision of how you want to work and execute based on what the club is trying to achieve in the various aspects and what is important. Because, you know, what's important to one club based on their community, their fans, their, you know, who they want to be could be totally different than another club. And so, you know, the value system and what they're trying to accomplish is totally different. And so it's hard to say what's different, you know, that you can't say what's good for one club has to be good for all clubs. It's just, you know, how they want to operate as a club or an organization. So, you know, I think in the States, it's probably, it could be a little more common for this kind of structure that's come from the more the business area and applied to sport.
It's a sort of mentality.
Yeah, possibility. And it's not to say that mentality doesn't exist in Italy, because for sure it does, because there are a lot of successful companies and groups that operate that have those same philosophies. So it's just translating that to your environment, to your club, and to your area. And that was something we tried to do at Rome, was to take the shared vision of all the practitioners that were working there, creating one clear mission and vision of how we wanted to work, what we were trying to accomplish as a group, and then go and execute that on the best way possible.
Is a message of hope, because you know that that in Italy one of the problem is that the biomechanic doesn't exist. Is it totally unknown? That is the problem respect, for instance, United States. Darcy mi diceva che è la stessa cosa, cioè Italia e Stati Uniti non sono così diverse, è una questione di vision, di come le persone vedono il business. Chiaramente ci sono molte aziende di successo qui in Italia, là forse può essere un po' più comune perché c'è più questo tipo di mentalità, è più nella cultura, diciamo, dell'americano, lavorare in gruppi, inserire anche figure nuove, essere meno titubanti rispetto alle nuove figure. Ma anche qui in Italia ci sono queste situazioni qua, e Darcy diceva bisogna condividere queste cose, bisogna che queste cose vengano condivise. And this is my work, no, Darcy, to share, like you said, the knowledge in order that in Italy increase the possibility to use the biomechanic. So thank you for this talk. My last question is personal. Darcy, which is the situation of course, imagine that in the mountain like you are probably, the COVID is not a problem or is not a big problem, but which is the situation in United States. You know that we do this pill because we want to take at home our colleagues and we want to give to them some interesting things to hear in order to that they don't feel alone. Gli ho detto,
Yeah.
gli ho chiesto qual è la situazione del Covid negli Stati Uniti e al suo posto, che anche se è in montagna sicuramente lui percepirà qualcosa, e gli ho detto che lo spirito con cui stiamo facendo le pillole è proprio quello di tenervi compagnia.
Yeah, you're right. I live in the mountains in California, so you have a lot of nature, so it's easy to go outside and not see anybody, and so it's a little easier also to stay quarantined because you can still go out and do things without interacting with people, and so that is a great benefit. But there's definitely many cities and areas around the U.S. that are significantly impacted by this. You know, that I don't have a big understanding around, but know through the news and what you hear on the news that it is certainly a problem. And, you know, from our side, all the sports are shut down, the leagues are shut down. And you know, for me with the national team, same thing, we are on pause as FIFA has said that, you know, the dates that are canceled through June, and then looking at how they're going to, you know, kind of reinstate that based on the league. So there's still many things that are unanswered. And so we're waiting. And so we're trying to spend a lot of that time on trying to improve how we're operating, how this, you know, is there protocols we can put in place? Is there things that we can go out and learn and be ready? So when things start up, we're, you know, in a better place than where we were, you know, so trying to kind of look at this time as, you know, it certainly is a challenge, but what can we take from a benefit in using that time positively to improve how we're working, the information that we're getting, having
Exactly.
these conversations, things like that. So when things do get back to normal, if we can say that, you know, then we're even more prepared and better understanding.
Yeah, and we can confess that we have reciprocal respect between me and you, and we are friends, and not only a colleague. But I hope the future will give us the possibility to meet each other and to have the possibility for me to share your beautiful place in which you live. And I envious twice. I would like to underline this aspect to you. Darcy ci diceva che anche lì, ovviamente per lui negli Stati Uniti non è così difficile nel posto in cui vive, nel nord della California, vivendo in montagna a fare quarantena, però il messaggio che lui ha mandato è stato un messaggio molto positivo. Lui ha detto: utilizziamo questi momenti di difficoltà nei quali siamo costretti a restare isolati per studiare, per migliorarci, per essere ancora più pronti quando usciremo da questo periodo e avremo la possibilità di nuovo di riprendere le nostre attività e il nostro lavoro. Darcy, thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much for the time that you spend with us and for the work that you give to us and for the message of hope for everyone from the professional point of view, but also from the human point of view. In the human sense, you are a nice person, and you know, you are not only a nice person, you are a great professional. And these the people that have the lucky to meet you, like I done in Italy, has the possibility to discover. So thank you very much, Darcy, and I hope to see you in the future in your beautiful nation, and to spend some time with you, visit your labs, stay with you during the national team, okay, and see how you are working and learn something from you, okay?
Yeah, likewise. And thank you very much for all your time and energy and friendship. And, you know, big hugs to the Italian country, the Roman country, Roma, AS Roma, and everyone involved. It's got a really near, dear in place in our family's hearts. And yeah, it's difficult to read all the things that are happening as a result of COVID and how it's affecting Italy. So we do our best to try and keep up with the news, and I still chat with colleagues in Rome yeah, just because it was a wonderful time there, and also wonderful people, and all trying to do a great job. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Darcy ci ricordava ovviamente di abbracciarci tutti. Gli ho detto che speravo anch'io ovviamente di poterlo rivedere dopo questo periodo. L'ho ringraziato per il tempo che ci ha dedicato. Lui ha detto di abbracciare tutti a Roma, di abbracciare l'Italia, che sa delle difficoltà che stiamo superando. Ovviamente lui manca all'Italia, manca le persone meravigliose che ha incontrato nel nostro paese e che ricorda con piacere, ma anche Darcy è assolutamente non dimenticato da noi, e anche l'affetto e l'amicizia che gli mandiamo è condivisa. Grazie a tutti, thank you Darcy, appuntamento per la prossima pillola, per i prossimi appuntamenti quando parleremo con altri colleghi. Grazie a tutti.